welcome back to We Talk Talent, our highly popular interview series where we uncover stories, strategies, and solutions driving the future of talent, HR innovations, and leadership. I'm Abhik Roy, Associate Content and Community from ETHRWorld, and it's my pleasure to introduce the guest of our today's episode, Vishal Kukreja, Head HR from RBL Bank. Vishal comes with over 22 years of experience in the financial services industry. Over the years, he has built strong, high performing teams and helped shape cultures that value innovations and excellence. Known for his ability to lead with insight and authenticity, Vishal is responsible for transforming people agenda at RBL Bank with a sharper focus on enhancing employee experience, diversity, and performance culture. Hi, Vishal. Welcome to the show. So, Vishal, with the first question being, with these significant shifts in the workplace dynamics over the past few years, how is your industry adapting to navigate this very new environment?
So, Abhik, you are right. There have been significant shifts in the way people work. I think the final the final piece happened when COVID came in and everybody started working from home. Today, I think the normal employee expectation is hybrid. It is not full time from office. Uh, and I think that if you recall, banking was one of the industries which were essential at the time when even COVID hit us. So one of the challenges for the entire banking industry was that at that point in time also branches were supposed to be open. Therefore, people had to be physically present, right? And so therefore, how do you operate in a world which is moving towards hybrid while your organizational demands are that you need to be present physical, and that's been the challenge that the industry has been facing, right? And I think everyone tried different approaches towards this, right? So right from having the right rostering, looking at roles that can be hybrid versus roles that cannot be hybrid, making sure that it's comfortable for people to come into office, creating safe, hygienic, psychologically safe workplace. A lot of the initiatives are now tilted or focused towards that. How do we make office engaging? And how do we make sure that people who are working hybrid or working from home feel engaged? And a lot of work on this engagement has already taken place.
Great. So, moving on to the digital transformations, that are happening in the banking sector, it has reshaped everything, from operations to customer experience. Everything has changed now. So, against this backdrop, how are you enabling your workforce to be also, very much future ready, both in terms of skill set as well as mindset?
So I think that, and again, a great question because I think it's not just about the skill set; it's about the mindset as well. The mindset of the employee needs to change to a digital first, or at least not an exclusively physical journey for anything we do today, right? So the mindset has to be that no matter what we do, there has to be a version of that exists digitally, and in many cases that's the version that you prefer, that you offer to customers and clients as solution, because at the end of the day digital adds speed to the processes, and people can get customers can get what they want from you uh, much faster digitally than it's possible in the physical mode, right? I think three things that need to take place for that. One is that therefore the HRs of today need to be digital, right? If you are trying to tell employees that employees should make sure that customers have digital services, you need to provide digital services to employees. So therefore, creating a digital HR, making sure that all services that employees need from the bank are available on a mobile, which is and in a convenient journey, which is end to end. So we've done a huge technology upgrade to reach there, right? The second piece is, stressing the need for having understanding of digital technologies and adoption of digital. I think the key piece there is to make sure that you train people on how to be digital. You train people on why digital mindset is necessary. So a lot of training, a lot of interventions in terms of building that mindset, and finally making sure that digital is embedded into everything you do. Therefore, making sure that the KPIs and KRIs of people reflect that change, right? So people are rightly motivated or incentivized to do this, right? And
Great.
all of this needs to then be topped up with a sort of an environment where experimentation is encouraged. So you encourage an environment where people try something new, experiment with an idea. If that idea succeeds, good. If they fail, then they fail quickly so that we can learn from them and that idea and build another. So therefore, creating agility, making sure that you're creating again safe and psychologically safe places for employees to take that risk, they are very important. So they have to be at the forefront.
So, it's there's no doubt that a lot of changes are happening in the banking sector. Be it technology or compliance or even the market pressures that's coming up. So but these fast-paced transformations can also take a huge toll on employee well-being. So, what are the strategies you are leveraging to address this very critical well-being challenge?
Abhik, my belief is that any new technology, by nature, creates people who adopt it, and so therefore winners, and people who don't adopt it, they are left out. So this happened in the first industrial revolution, right? Where people who did not adopt to the new way of working were left out. At the end of the day, with each passing technology, we can see that happens. And in the current world, that pace has only accelerated, right? So when you do such a huge technology transformation, you have to make sure that you don't leave people behind, right? So that means that focusing especially on employee groups that are, perhaps not as IT or digital savvy, making sure that, you invest extra time, incentivize that learning to make sure that they are, up the curve, making sure that you make digital use a habit. And finally, I feel that leaders in today's time need to be vulnerable, and they need to come out and, sort of share with their teams that they are also facing the same fear, right? And then doing it together. This is a great time, in my opinion, for a leadership that serves rather than a leadership that commands. And I think making us more people ready is the responsibility of all leaders. So as long as we share that, as long as we create a culture where leaders share this responsibility, that nobody is left behind, and then you invest in making sure that there is enough skill and mindset change, right? This change is easy. On the other hand, people need to be taken care of from their well-being perspective. So it's not just about making the change, it's about how you feel while you are making the change. Can you talk to someone when you are having anxiety? Can you talk to someone when you are working from home alone? You don't have a team. We keep saying work from home. Work has invaded our homes, right? So how do you cope with that? How do you set boundaries? Making sure. Therefore, we've identified some 8 areas in for which well-being is important, right? So, right from physical well-being to mental well-being to financial well-being, there is digital well-being, there is social well-being. So, we focus on all of those areas in an concerted way to make sure that employees can rely on the organization for providing them with all kind of well-being. So right from tie up with a few agencies that have trained professionals and counselors that employees can confidentially talk to making sure that teams connect and take that off time even on the teams and zooms to make sure that they bond with each other even if digitally, to essentially equipping employees by expert talks from various fields to so that they can get to do better in terms of how are they doing financially, so taking care of their financial well-being, having constant sessions of yoga and and other such efforts that focus on employees physical and mental well-being. We get lots and lots of speakers to come in and talk about good things in their field. So keeping this learning agility going is only possible if you take care of the employee well-being. So that's very crucial. And a lot of work today, I think the HR's mantra is moving away from just engagement to employee engagement and well-being, right? And in many ways, human resources functions of organizations are holding themselves responsible not just for the engagement, but also how well the employees are doing. And I think that's the step in the right direction.
Thanks a lot, Vishal. Always great to learn from leaders like you who lead with such great purpose. Thank you for joining us.